Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watcher of Realms video. In today's video, I want to show you a little bit the team that I'm using for the Titanic ruins for the second difficulty, okay? It's for Apocalypse 2. This is still a work in progress, but this is kind of like a blind run, okay? So basically what I was trying to do is, because I recently got Praetors, for those of you that did not know, I was trying to see a team with Praetors that would work for the second difficulty, and this is basically another one of those ones that, you know, maybe most people do this, maybe not, I might be wrong, but this is another one of those where I'm just doing the lazy run. I'm basically putting the team in there, doing the right placements, and then I let it full auto and see what damage I do. And, well, it's basically between 30 and 50,000. In order for me to get a little bit higher, I'm going to need to do some tweaking of builds. I'm going to need to do some little bit of changes, you know, some other variations. So that's what I want to show you today. But before I jump into that, I want to make you all aware about something. There's a cool stuff going on. If you're out of, you know, if you're out of shards, there's an awesome promotion going on right now. So check this one out. Are you low on summons or even on maybe diamonds after all these crazy weeks? Well, you are lucky, because Smileone, the official third-party payment platform for Watcher of Realms, has some amazing offers going on right now. Not only do they have a permanent 10% discount on all of their packs, but they also have something really amazing going on right now, where basically the more you purchase, the more you receive as rewards, as kind of like a cashback. You can see the list over here, and the period that you can take advantage of this is gonna be from, as it says on over here, up until the 21st of July. So make sure you use the link in the description and the pinned comment of this video that I have for you guys, so you can take advantage of this amazing offer. So yeah, if you're dry after all the events that we had for the last 2 weeks, for the whole anniversary event and whatnot, this is the time for you to top up on your W gold if you need any, and get some extra rewards along the way. But let me show you the team. Let's run it, and I'm gonna hope I'm not gonna get the worst RNG. One thing I do have to do is I'm just gonna quickly change something from Volca. I'm basically just gonna swap over her build with Zilla 2-1, because basically I'm using Volca and what's his name, Torodor. I'm using them in their guild boss builds. Same principle for Hollow, so not too many changes. Again, this is me doing a lazy run, okay? I'm not min-maxing, I'm not going crazy, but I'm basically having two teams, one that has the Arbiters with obviously Praetors as the Lord, and another one that uses Nightmare. I noticed that this one is kind of the one that works pretty well, and I'm actually using 3 healers. I'm using Hollow because I don't have, unfortunately, LON, so I'm using Hollow for some heal and what's it called, Rage Regen. I'm using the Somi as my cleanser because the Somi does that on the basic attack, and then I'm also using Carnelian. I saw lots of people doing that, and the reason for that is because Carnelian brings the Soul Essence, which basically prevents fatal damage received, so she can keep me going a little bit more. But what I'm gonna do is you know what, let me just not click auto fight, let me just manually do it, do the setting, place them down, and let me show you how I do it, and I guess explain a little bit the way that I do it. So because I do have invigoration on people, I'm placing Praetors first, then I'm going for Constance. Obviously Constance is better in this situation than Dolores from my point of view, because she obviously gets the bonus stats from Praetors. Then the next one I place Alistair. It's good to be paired with what's his name, Praetors. Again, it's not going to be the best because I'm full autoing. I'm not timing anything, so this is just me doing the lazy run. So I'm placing Praetors, then I'm placing Carnelian over here, because this is where I can cover most of the people by Carnelian, so that we can keep most of our people alive. So you see, I place one DPS, then a healer has invigoration, then another one, then invigoration. Okay, then the next one's going to be what's her name, Lust, as the first DPS. Then I'm placing the Somi over here, because this is the range where I'm going to cover everybody. Nobody's going to go at the back, everybody's going to be here. So the Somi goes over here. Now I'm going to place Arrogance over here. Okay, then because I have Invigoration on Torodor is going to boost Arrogance. You can see the way that it works. Then I'm placing Hollow. Unfortunately, Hollow's not going to cover Torodor, but between Carnelian and the Somi, it should be fine. This is the best other spot so that she gets cleansed, because the most important thing is to be cleansed when it gets to the poison stage and to be covered by Carnelian. So I'm doing this one, and then the last one is going to be my Volca being placed over here, and then everybody's gonna go full auto. But you're gonna see that basically I have all of my DPS that are, you know, the important ones covered by Constance, because she's over here in this spot. So I'm covering all the melee ones, and then I'm also covering Torodor over here in the back. One quick thing is, the tricky thing that I noticed with this team is the fact that, let me just put on 2x speed. The tricky thing with this team is that I still got to figure out, and I'm open if you guys got some, you know, some tips and tricks so you can share with me and the viewers, but I'm obviously going to make an updated video once I get this team actually set up. But the tricky thing is, when it comes to this death saw, basically every time you place a stun on him, you push back his casting of the skill. See, this is what happens sometimes. Because she's too squishy, she just straight up dies. But basically, every time you land a stun when he's in that death saw stage, you push his charging a little bit back, and by doing that, it allows you time to basically take it down. But at the same time, every time you land a stun, he gains a stack of decreased attack that's 8%. So the more stuns you do, the more damage you're gonna, the less damage he's going to be doing. And that's kind of like the goal. You know what? That's the goal. You don't want to get killed. This one's not as tricky. The trickiest, like I said, from my point of view, is the death saw stage with this team, at least, okay? Because he does that. I don't do enough stuns, as the only one in this team is Torodor, and I cannot think who would be the best one to replace. Like, Arrogance plus Lust are amazing. They're like top damage dealers. Then when it comes to Volca, Volca brings that healing on basic attacks, which helps us a ton. So I don't want to drop her. But not only that, Volca also brings, when she does the ultimate, you see this, she brings the physical and magical damage vulnerability. That obviously is going to boost all of our attacks. So I want that from Volca. So then I'm going to be like, okay, who do I drop? Also, the thing is, if I drop somebody, it has to be somebody that's melee from the Nightmare, because they all have to be in this group specifically, okay? Because if they're a little bit on the outside, either they don't get cleansed, either they're not covered by Carnelian, either they're not covered by Hollow, which we already have Torodor not being covered. So that's the tricky thing for this team. I'm still looking into it. However, again, like I said, this team does pretty decent. I think last time I did like, or the best that I did so far was like 43,000, whatever they're called. Let's see. So see, he's charging up, and I have no attack penalty on him landed, just this one from here. And once he starts hitting me, it's gonna be like people almost die. Luckily, Carnelian saves the day, okay? Because that's what she does when she does that. The what's it called? Soul Essence. Right, when she lands that, it's basically prevents us from dying, but it still can be tricky. See, barely an attack penalty landed, just 8%, and now if you get hit too hard, Hollow might die again. Yep, Hollow keeps dying because, again, this is me using the lazy team, as Hollow is in my guild boss build. So that means she has attack speed on the amulet, and then she has rage regen on the bangle, which basically I should swap for an attack percent or an HP defense percent, just to try keep her a little bit alive. But as you can see, like I said, it's pretty much full auto. I just you know, place them again. Just if somebody dies, which is mostly Hollow, I just place her again, and then I just let it rip to go full auto. So I guess what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna keep you here. I'm just gonna play this on 2x speed. Then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the builds of the people, because, you know, I already showed you the positioning and all that. So yes, enjoy the rest of the run and see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back because, like I said, this is the stage that gets me, gets me in trouble because the only one that does stun in this team is Torodor. You see that the hits that I get are a little bit too strong, and I cannot quite sustain them. I get hit so hard that people start dying. However, if I do manage to just kill it, time passes, my people come back, and then, I can pretty much pick it back up. But I feel like the problem is this is too early. This is a little bit too early for me to be already dying, and that's what makes it a little bit tricky. So I will have to look at what would be the best way for me to, improve this team. Who do I bring in? Who do I drop out? What do I do? I kind of had to look a little bit at, the top teams, okay? And most people did the same thing. They only had Torodor, so I'm really curious what they did. I mean, I noticed one thing that they have and I do not have, and I wish I had that one. But basically, most of the people that are using this specific team or a variation like this one, maybe 1-2 people changed, they have Fersi, okay? Fersi is a little bit better because it brings, I think it's like 35% damage mitigation for people in range, and Fersi has the same range as the Somi, and if I'm not mistaken also has a cleanse, so not having that that damage mitigation, which is huge, it makes it be a little bit difficult. I could try and bring somebody like a what's her name, because I do have her. I could try and bring a Sadie, but Sadie's range is a little bit too small from my point of view, and I'm not sure that would be quite enough. I'm not sure that would be quite enough. This might be interesting. If I do manage to take it down, I might actually be getting a little bit higher. Let's see, unless I jinx myself and I start dying. Come on, Torodor, get back in there. Torodor's defense penalty does help us a little bit because, we do more damage if he brings that 20% defense penalty. Let's see, can I come back or nah? People just keep dropping, and I guess this becomes harder and harder as the boss keeps getting these stacks and you do less and less damage. But still, it's 42,000, like I said, with pretty much full autoing. I just did a placement, I let it full auto their ultimates, and then the only thing that I do, as you noticed, I just place people back again once they're once they're ready to be placed, and that's about it. The one thing that surprised me is Kratos did not do a lot more damage than I expected. I expected him to do some insane damage, but again, maybe because of timings with Alistair and whatnot. So I was surprised by Arrogance's damage. That's pretty solid damage. So it's pretty good overall. Let me quickly show you a little bit the builds, I guess. I'm gonna try and keep them pretty short and sweet. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but basically this is Kratos in Soulbound Arcana. I was told, because I'd never had one, just as much attack as possible. These are his stats. He is fully skilled. And then this is his artifact. Then the next one is going to be Alistair. Pretty much something similar, but with a bit more crit damage. And some leftover, leftover, even though they're good stuff. But I did build Alistair pretty strong in Infernal Roar. I'm not sure if this is the best one, but this is what I built him in. He's not fully skilled yet. And then this is his artifact. Then Constance, obviously, in Invigoration plus Warlord. These are her stats. She's not fully scrolled, but I did get lucky and fully skilled the ultimate. Artifact, Ancestral Obelisk, from my point of view, is the best one for her. So that's what I'm using. Then I do have Hollow. Again, Hollow is my guild boss build. Like I said, attack speed here, rage regen here. So that's you see how squishy she is. I could make her a bit tankier. This could land a bit longer. She's obviously fully skilled. And then this is her artifact, Euphoric Orb. More attack speed for everybody. That's definitely good. Then the Somi, Invigoration again. Then it's not fully skilled. This is all I did. I think I just about did stuff with skill dust, and that's about it. Then artifact, I had the Elysian Epitaph. I'm not sure again if this is the best. This is what I had maxed out, so I'm trying to use some of my best artifacts, but I didn't swap everything. Some people just left whatever they had. Invigoration on Torodor. He's not fully skilled. Again, misses a few ones. Maybe I want one more book over here and I should be fine. One more skill in there. And then I used the Tuning Crystal on him. Maybe I should go for something else, but this one helps me. This one's good for now. Then when it comes to Lust, she's in Warlord. Maybe I should build in the, what's it called? Soulbound Arcana, but I do have a decent Warlord build on her, so I decided to go with this. Attack's a bit lower. Maybe I could try and tweak that one, but this is what I have so far. And then Artifact, obviously her exclusive artifact. Then when it comes to Arrogance, I do have him in Soulbound Arcana. Again, pretty decent. I don't have 100% crit rate, but that's pretty fine. Skills, he is fully skilled. I think Lust was almost fully skilled as well. Let me just check. Yeah, Lust is fully skilled. So Arrogance, almost fully skilled. Artifact, I do have his exclusive. I was lucky and for the exclusive artifact. Then Volca, like I showed you, I basically swapped Zilitu's build. So Warlord plus Infernal Roar. Good attack speed, good damage, good crew damage, and then Artifact again. Another exclusive. I'm so lucky with the exclusives, but they're only level 1, okay? So they're not like maxed out exclusives. And then Carnelian, the last one, another Invigoration build with some attack speed. From what I've seen and what I thought myself before I actually looked it up, as much attack speed as you can get on her with obviously some attack and some survivability, because you want her to keep doing this, and every 7 attacks she lands the Soul Essence, and this is what keeps you from taking fatal damage, and you get this unyielding for 5 seconds, which means you don't die. So the faster she attacks, the better, because you know what, she has a pretty high one. Actually, no, not that high, I thought she was 2.5, so getting 1.2, that's pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much my team, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. And I guess we're gonna leave it at this for today. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother